Robert Downey Jr. was traveling from Los Angeles to Tokyo for a movie. He always liked to travel quietly without making a big deal about being famous. His assistant had booked him a first-class ticket so he could rest during the long flight. When Robert got to the airport check-in for first class, he met an airline worker named Madeline. She had blonde hair and wore a perfect uniform. She looked at Robert and immediately told him that first class was only for paying customers. Robert showed her his ticket, but Madeline didn't believe him. She thought he was trying to sneak into first class with a fake ticket. Without warning, Madeline took Robert's boarding pass and tore it in half. Everyone around them was shocked. Some people recognized Robert and couldn't believe what they were seeing. A younger worker nearby looked scared and tried to tell Madeline she had made a mistake, but she ignored him. Just then, a tall woman in a black suit walked over. She was Isabel Lauren, the owner of the entire airline. She asked what was happening. To her guest, Madeline's face went white when she saw her boss. Isabel was very upset and explained that Robert was her personal guest, flying on a special ticket because of his charity work and support for addiction recovery programs. Robert, drawing from his own experiences with second chances, told Isabel not to worry about it. He said people make mistakes and everyone deserves a chance to learn. But Isabel couldn't let this behavior go. She had Madeline removed from her job and gave Robert a new first-class ticket that never expires. Robert and Isabel sat together in first class and talked. Isabel told him she often takes regular flights to see how her airline really works. She grew up poor and remembered how her family was treated badly when they flew because they didn't look wealthy. That's why she cared so much about treating all passengers with respect. Robert shared his own story about how he had faced judgment during his difficult years with addiction. He understood what it felt like to be looked down on and dismissed. Now that he had turned his life around, he wanted to help others who were struggling. During their conversation, there was an emergency. A man in business class was having heart problems. Robert had learned some medical training for his action movies, so he helped. He checked the man's pulse, helped give him oxygen, and stayed with him until the plane could land safely. The man was okay and even joked about being saved by Iron Man. Later, Robert talked to Madeline, who was also on the plane as a passenger. Instead of being angry, he was kind to her. He told her about his own struggles and how he had made mistakes in the past, but learned from them. He said everyone deserves a second chance to become better. Madeline felt sorry for what she had done and promised to change. Isabel offered Robert a job as an ambassador for her airline's charity program. The program helps young people who want to work in aviation and also supports addiction recovery and mental health programs. Robert, knowing how important second chances were, agreed to help. Weeks later, Madeline got a second chance. Instead of being fired, she was put in a training program to learn how to treat customers better. She learned about kindness and respect. When Robert saw her at the airport again months later, she was smiling and being genuinely helpful to travelers. The airline started a new program called the Aviation Second Chances Initiative to make sure all passengers feel welcome, no matter who they are or what their past looks like. Robert became their first global ambassador of redemption. The Yanti story shows how one person's experience with overcoming struggles can help others change their lives. Robert never tried to use his fame to get special treatment. Instead, he used his own difficult journey to help others see that everyone can grow and become better. His understanding and compassion made the whole airline industry a little bit more accepting for everyone.